Everything is cked, a sobering dose of life's truth. Chapter 1. Hope is an illusion. Why do we always need to believe in something? Do you know what makes people the most miserable? Hope. Yes, that's right. That sweet but utterly useless drug that makes you believe that everything will get better. Someone will come and save me. All this is not in vain. But let's be honest. How many times have you actually seen things magically improve on their own? People spend years hoping for a better job, the perfect partner, or miraculous weight loss, only to wake up every morning in the same swamp of routines, problems, and morning coffee that tastes like diluted ash. Why? Because hope is not a solution. It's just a way to postpone action. That's exactly why people love it so much. Hope frees you from responsibility for your own mess. One day things will get better is a convenient excuse to do nothing right now. The illusion of control. But wait, you might say, if I don't have hope, what am I supposed to do? Just sit and suffer? Not at all. The problem isn't that hope exists, but that it makes you live in a future that doesn't yet exist instead of the reality that does. You hope that tomorrow you'll have the energy to start running. That next month you'll get a raise. That next year you'll finally learn English. But why should that happen? Who said that tomorrow you'll suddenly become a different person? Who, for God's sake, is handing out these magical upgrades? Spoiler, no one. If today you're lying on the couch, eating chips, and scrolling TikTok, then guess what? You'll be doing the exact same thing tomorrow. What to do instead? Burn your hope to the ground. Seriously. Imagine that no one and nothing is coming to save you. The future doesn't exist, there is only today, and everything you did in that day is your life. Planned to work out but got too tired? Okay, then your life is I wanted to, but I was too tired. Wanted to learn a new skill but postponed it? Great, now you're a person who will do it someday. Unpleasant, isn't it? Now ask yourself, who do you really want to be? Here's the secret, hope is for those who want to do nothing but still believe in the best. Real progress is for those who understand. Tomorrow I won't magically change. But I can do something right now. What will you choose? Chapter 2. Suffering is inevitable, and that's okay. Life is pain, but that's not always a bad thing. One of the biggest lies you believe in is that if things are going badly, something is wrong. No, dear friend. Things go badly because that's how this damn world works. Seriously, show me even one person whose life is perfect. Even if someone looks happy, successful, and carefree, you don't see what happens behind closed doors. You don't see their sleepless nights, inner crises, panic attacks, or divorces. You don't see them battling their demons. And now pay attention. This is not a problem. This is normal. Your brain is against you. Evolution is a cruel joke. Our brain wasn't designed for happiness, it was designed for survival. And to survive, it constantly searches for dangers, threats, and problems. That's why even if $1 million falls into your lap tomorrow, first, you'll be thrilled, and then, you'll find something to worry about. What if I lose it? What if taxes are huge? What if my friends start using me? That's why rich people get depressed, celebrities spiral, and successful people have nervous breakdowns. Because suffering is not an exception, it's the background noise of life. But you can choose what to suffer for. Since suffering is unavoidable, why not make it meaningful? Look at your life. You're already suffering. Maybe because of a job you hate. Maybe from boredom because every day looks like the last. Maybe because you feel like a nobody. Now ask yourself, is this suffering worth it? If you're going to spend energy and nerves, let it be in the right direction. Life will be hard anyway, so let it be hard for something that matters. Want a great body? You'll have to suffer in the gym. Want a successful project? You'll have to suffer through hard work. Want amazing relationships? You'll have to suffer through figuring people out. There's only one difference: either you suffer and gain something, or you just suffer, for no reason, no growth, no result. The choice is yours. Chapter 3. Excessive optimism is toxic, positive thinking makes us weak. When you feel like crap, there's always someone who will say, just think positively. And you try. You really do. You tell yourself that everything is fine, that you have things to be grateful for, that the world is full of opportunities. Then you go home, lie in bed, stare at the ceiling, and think, why the hell isn't this working? Here's the problem: positive thinking is not a magic pill. It's self-deception. When you try to convince yourself that everything is great, you don't change your reality. You just put a shiny filter on it and hope no one notices that underneath, it's still the same mess. But do you know what really makes us strong? Admitting that things are messed up. This discomfort, this insecurity, this realization that you're not enough, these are not your enemies. They are your tools. They show you where you are weak. They shove your face into what needs to change. But when you sweep your problems under the rug of positive thinking, you deprive yourself of these tools. You become weaker. You run from reality instead of changing it. Real strength is not thinking positively. It's looking your fears, mistakes, and shortcomings in the eye and saying, yes, this is how it is. But I'm going to do something about it. So next time someone tells you just think positive, just smile, nod, and keep doing what actually makes sense. Chapter 4. Reason is not your friend, emotions rule us, not logic. You think that you make decisions logically. You analyze, compare, weigh the pros and cons. You are smart, rational, and do not fall for emotions. Well, keep your pockets wide open. The truth is that your mind is a cunning monkey that comes up with logical justifications for what you have already decided to do based on emotions. Remember how you bought something expensive because I need it, and then spent the whole day convincing yourself that it was a smart purchase. Or when you delayed making a decision because I need to think it through carefully, although in reality you were just afraid to make a choice. Or when you stayed in a relationship that is long dead because, well, we have been together for so many years. This is not logic. This is emotion disguised as reasoning. The mind is not the helmsman, it is the press secretary of your brain. It does not manage decisions, it simply gives comments after you have already made them. And this is why you constantly sabotage yourself. You know what you need to do, but you put it off. You understand that you should not eat this burger at 11 p.m., but you eat it anyway. You know that it is time to change something, but instead you find 1,000 logical reasons why now is not the time. Conclusion? Don't trust your mind. If you are afraid of something, it means that you need to go there. If you don't like something, figure out why, and don't make up excuses. If you can't make up your mind, just do something, and then you will figure it out. Emotions rule the ball. Always. And your task is not to pretend that this is not so, but to learn to manage it. Chapter 5. Freedom of choice can make us unhappy. Why is all doors open a trap? You can be anyone. Live anywhere. Do anything. And that's exactly why you're screwed. Life used to be simpler. Born into a blacksmith's family, be a blacksmith. Married at 18, that's it, you have a wife for life. No choices, no suffering. Now, every time you decide something, your brain screams, what if I could have chosen better? You bought an iPhone, but what if a Samsung would have been more convenient? You chose a career, but what if in 5 years you realize it's not for you? You started dating someone, but what if there's an even better one somewhere? Welcome to the world where endless possibilities paralyze us. The more options you have, the more sure you are that somewhere among them was the perfect one. This means you are constantly doubting, worrying, and unhappy, even if your choice is normal. But here's what's important to understand. Freedom is not about endless options. Freedom is the ability to make a choice and stop regretting it. You will never know what the alternative scenario would have been. Never. So why torture yourself with something that doesn't exist? Once you've made a choice, move on. Close the doors and don't look back. You are not a computer, you don't have a load previous save button. And if you are still tormented by the thought, what if I could have done better? Look around. Your happiness is not what could have been. It is in what is. Chapter 6. Self-improvement is a new kind of narcissism when working on yourself becomes a disease. You are not productive enough. You are not healthy enough. You do not earn enough. You are not good enough. And, of course, you urgently need to fix this. And so begins an endless race called self-improvement. You read books on how to become super efficient, watch videos about the morning habits of millionaires, try to optimize every hour of your life. You see the word better everywhere. But the problem is that this race has no finish line. Because with each new, improved version of yourself you find 1,000 more shortcomings. You started earning more, but you could have earned even more. You lost 5 kilograms, but you could have lost 10. You learned to get up at 5 a.m., but now your meditation is not powerful enough. You start to think that if you're not at your limit, then you're degrading. And now the main thing. Maybe there's nothing wrong with you. You don't have to turn your life into an endless upgrade. You don't have to constantly compare yourself to someone else and think that you're not good enough. You're not an app on your phone. You don't need constant updates. Sometimes you just have to be. Do what you want. Stay the way you are. You don't have to be perfect. You have to be happy. Conclusion. The world is chaos. Life is pain. But it's okay. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to be perfect. Just live.